A roof above you, a screen in front of you, maybe even a full stomach. Most of us call these things normal. We barely notice them anymore. But somewhere else in the world, someone your age is living a completely different reality. Not because they worked less, not because they wanted to, simply because they were born into different circumstances. Today, you'll see 10 things that feel ordinary to many people, but are still out of reach for millions of others. And once you notice them, you'll probably never look at them the same way again. 1. Toilets. You probably use a toilet every day without thinking about it. Privacy, clean water, safety, it's routine. But according to the WHO and UNICEF, billions of people still don't have access to safe sanitation. In some rural areas, families still have to go outside or use unsafe public spaces. For many girls especially, this becomes more than inconvenient. It affects safety, health, and even school attendance. Something as basic as a toilet can affect a person's dignity more than most people realize. 2. Clean drinking water. Getting water might take you 5 seconds. You turn a faucet. That's it. But in many places, collecting water is part of daily life. Some children walk long distances carrying heavy containers just to bring water home. And even then, the water may still be unsafe to drink. According to UNICEF, millions of families still rely on contaminated water sources. For them, water isn't just hydration. It's time, energy, and survival. 3. Internet access. The internet feels almost unavoidable now. School, communication, entertainment, learning, it's all connected. But nearly 1/3 of the world still has no internet access. That means no online classes, no tutorials, no instant access to information or opportunities. A student in one country can learn almost anything with a phone. Another may never even get the chance to search for it. 4. Education. A lot of students complain about school, homework, exams, early mornings. But for millions of children, education is something they wish they had access to. Some can't afford supplies. Others have to work to help their families survive. And in certain places, schools are simply too far away or unsafe. UNESCO estimates that more than 244 million children are out of school worldwide. For many of them, education isn't pressure, it's opportunity. 5. Electricity. Electricity is so normal for many people that we only notice it when it disappears. A dead phone, a blackout, Wi-Fi suddenly gone. But for hundreds of millions of people, living without electricity isn't temporary. It's everyday life. In parts of sub-Saharan Africa, some families still rely on candles, kerosene lamps, or small generators at night. In rural communities, students sometimes study under streetlights because their homes have no power. During major disasters, like typhoons in parts of the Philippines or earthquakes in other countries, entire communities can also lose electricity for weeks. 6. Having a bed. After a long day, most people expect a place to rest. A bed, a blanket, somewhere safe and quiet. But not everyone has that. In crowded refugee camps and places affected by war, families often sleep side by side in temporary shelters. In large cities around the world, some homeless people sleep on sidewalks, train stations, or under bridges every night. And after natural disasters, like floods or earthquakes, many families are forced to sleep in evacuation centers for weeks or even months. 7. Eating 3 meals a day. Opening a fridge and choosing what to eat feels normal to many people. But for millions of families, food is uncertain. In some households, parents skip meals so their children can eat first, and hunger doesn't always look extreme. Sometimes it just looks like constant tiredness, difficulty focusing, or going to sleep hungry more often than people know. 8. Freedom to choose your future. A lot of people grow up asking, "What do I want to become someday?" But not everyone gets the freedom to choose. In some low-income communities, teenagers leave school early to help support their families. In parts of South Asia and Africa, some children work in farms, factories, or markets instead of classrooms. Others grow up in areas affected by conflict, where survival matters more than career goals. While some people can explore passions and ambitions, others take whatever work is available, not because they want to, but because they need to. When basic needs are uncertain, dreams often have to wait. 9. Safety. Most people expect to return home safely after school or work. That expectation alone is a privilege. In some parts of the world, conflict, violence, or instability are part of everyday life. For some children, hearing sirens or explosions isn't unusual. It's normal. That changes the way people grow up. 10. Time to rest. Almost everyone says, "I'm tired." But there's a difference between being busy and never getting a real chance to rest. In many countries, workers spend long hours doing physically demanding jobs just to earn enough for daily needs. Some parents work multiple jobs and still struggle to afford food or rent. In poorer communities, children may also help work at a young age, selling items on the street, helping in farms, or supporting family businesses. And even after exhausting days, stress doesn't disappear. For many people, rest isn't laziness. It's a luxury they rarely experience. Here's the strange thing about normal. Most of the time, it just means what we're used to. The life you have right now, the things you barely notice, could be the exact things someone else is hoping for. Not everyone starts from the same place. And sometimes remembering that changes the way we see our own lives. So the next time you drink clean water, charge your phone, eat a full meal, or lie down in a safe place to sleep, try not to see it as just normal. Because for millions of people, those things are still goals, not guarantees. Awareness alone won't solve everything, but it can change how we think, how we treat people, and how grateful we become for the things we usually ignore. And sometimes, that's where change begins.